What is going on, guys? Ancient Jarl here again, bringing you another in-depth overview, this time on the god Zhong Kui, the Demon Queller. Let's get right into his build, guys, and we're going to start off. He is a mid lane mage most of the time. Vampiric Shroud, first item being here. You guys have seen me play mid lane mages before, so I'm just going to skip that. Again, Shoes of Focus here, reducing cooldowns, movement speed, power, and mana. Polynomicon I chose next for a little bit of extra lifesteal on top of his already very strong 1-2 combo. So a little bit of lifesteal and an early tower poke damage along with 75 magical power, so it's a pretty good amount, and 300 mana, so that helps you out early. You have a lot more mana with 250, 300, and oh no, that gives you health, excuse me. Next into Voidstone to make him tankier to your opposing mid lane mage, which is always handy, and then obviously the aura effect that comes along with Voidstone and the power. Next I chose Rod of Tahuti just to deal the maximum amount of damage, and then if you have a pesky late game assassin or hunter, go ahead and go into Breastplate of Valor, giving you extra cooldowns anyway. Next I chose Sprint because of Zhong Kui's ultimate and how powerful Zhong Kui's ultimate is when you chase somebody down. I will get into that later. Greater Purification to get you out of any stuns or unwanted things that you don't want. And then consumables, I chose either healing or mana pot in this situation is not bad at all, because mana, he heals pretty well off of his 1-2 combo. However, you don't have to land it, and you can stay back and stay safe with healing pots. So really up to you, but since he's a mid lane gets ganked a lot, always be sure to ward, so buy a ward and you'll be pretty set. Not pretty set, but you'll be safer than you would be if you didn't buy any wards. I think that's it for his abilities, so let's go into his overview. He gains 75 health per level, 47 mana. As you can see, there is his stats. He obviously gains no range, no speed, and gains a small attack speed boost. Has basic attacks do 20% of his full magical power. Gains no magical protections. Gains 2.6 physical per level. And 0.44 HP 5 per level and 0.45 MP 5 per level. Getting right into his passive. His passive is Demon Bag, probably one of the stronger passives in the game. The demons that Zhong Kui captures from his exorcism are stored in his Demon Bag, giving him additional protections for each demon captured. When Recall Demons is activated, Zhong Kui gains double the protections of his Demon Bag, but eventually losing all stacks when the bag is empty. So, very strong passive, and I'll get into it. Expose Evil is Zhong Kui's one. He pastes a card on all enemies in front of him, marking them as a demon, slowing them and damaging them each second while they are marked. If the card is removed, 50% of the remaining damage is done instantly. So that is a little helpful there, and it also applies a pretty strong slow. And when you pair this with his exorcism, here's what his exorcism is. It's a cone-based ability. Zhong Kui drives out the demons of his enemies, dealing damage as they leave the body. Demons marked by Expose Evil, his one, are captured by Zhong Kui, healing him per demon captured up to 3 demons, and the card is removed. So you have to throw the card to use the 2 to get the heal. The heal is very strong, and if you keep stacking up your passive, Zhong Kui gets so tanky early. He is almost unkillable, guys. I'm not even joking here. He gets so tanky when you have a fully stacked demon bag. It is stupid. So anyway, that's why they had to nerf some of his abilities. He used to be outrageously powerful, but now he's just pretty dang good. Alright, he's about average now because they kind of nerfed the crap out of his ultimate too. But anyway, we'll go right into his 3. When fired, the Book of Demons deals damage and stuns enemies, stunning marked enemies for 2 times the duration and removing the card. When this ability is not on cooldown, the Book of Demons flies nearby Zhong Kui, firing 50% of his basic attack damage. So it's basically like a double basic attack. Very convenient. I don't use the stun all that often unless I'm trying to hold them in his ultimate, which I will tell you now. Upon activation, demons pulse out of the bag at nearby players for 5 seconds. They chase and accelerate over time, doing damage to enemies as they enter the body. Zhong Kui is immune to crowd control during the duration. There you can see as the scaling and the power of his ultimate. But it drains your demon bag, and the more once you use your 1, it puts the card on him. You use your 2, and you stack all the souls that come out are stacked into your demon bag. And then when you release your demon bag, like it says, you get bonus protections and such when you're activating your ultimate. So that is what Zhong Kui is very strong with. That's what he's good at. He's good at just team fights because he can just walk in and do damage to all of them, and before they realize it, guess what? All your health is gone because Zhong Kui is hurting every single person while hitting them with exorcism or the stun to stop them in combat. Very strong mage. A little weaker than he was before, but he's still pretty dang strong. Anyway, guys, that's it for his overview. I hope to see you guys in some gameplay. What is going on, guys? Here we are in some gameplay. I'm going to be Zhong Kui in the middle lane. They don't have a lot of masteries on their team. I think we have a Vamana in the solo, Nemesis in the jungle, Uller and Ares duo. And by the looks of it, they have a Kronos mid, a Athena AMC duo, maybe Nemesis solo and Freya jungle, or vice versa with Freya and Nemesis. I have a lot more push than Kronos early. That's something I need to keep in mind, but Kronos' late game is crazy. So you have to be really careful with Kronos' late game. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up Sprint and 2 health, 2 mana. So I wonder if it's not a Freya carry? That'd be strange. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up card first, just be. Ooh, Ares got fire first. He's obviously good with Ares, but I wouldn't have got fire first. I always get chains first because that cripple's so freaking lethal. Oh no, I carded all of them. I carded Kronos, so now he's coming after me. See, Zhong Kui can outpush Kronos very hard, but Kronos' late game is devastating, so that's something I need to be careful of. This will give me a lot of protections. I think he has med. Does he have med? He indeed does. He just used his med to get out of that. Getting my demon bag full of stacks is always handy. Having the dual basic attacks allows me to clear waves faster. You always max exorcism first. Wow, he does some damage. I'll just wait on the heal there. There you go, he used his med. Weird Kronos, but Kronos is strong, so. Let's play. He's doing a lot more damage than I was ready for.
Careful middle. Okay. Enemies incoming middle. That's too bad.
There we go, get my recall demons. I'm totally okay with only getting 1 mid camp. I'm Zhong Kui. I could sit in mid lane for quite a while. Vamana fell to AMC, but that's because AMC's ranged and he has heal. And he got Hog too. That's another thing. There we go, I'll let him sit on that. And now I'll try and get my stacks. There we go. Go ahead and check if this is up over here. This is down. That was my fault. Getting greedy. Getting greedy, and I'll go ahead and put another point into... you know what? I'm going to go creeping. I'm going to go creeping curse. We'll see how this turns out. I've never tried it, but creeping curse is good on him because then he can slow everybody in his ultimate. And then if I use sprint, I'll have the speed to catch up to them. So we'll see how that works out. I managed to kill... I got lucky there and managed to kill Kronos. I think I've played this Kronos before, and he's pretty decent. Nemesis late game is kind of a destructive force, though. So we'll let this tick on him a few times. There you go, tried to stun him at the same time. That's my fault, though. I'm getting aggressive. Kronos is a strong player, and I'm not realizing that, so that's something I have to be careful for. We have the Nemesis war, though, so... I'm going to see if I... That's my fault. Getting greedy, but Zhong Kui is strong. Zhong Kui is strong, so I'm just trying to play it out. Go ahead, pick up some lifesteal here. My fault, though. I can't get that greedy. Got whooped over in that lane. Let me see. Get that. Kronos is very strong, and I'm not realizing that, though. I can't give him... He has 2 deaths and 2 assists in max mid, though, so... Vamana is going to start out tanking his damage, though. What's his faces? AMC's. I shouldn't have got stunned there. That was crap. Couldn't manage to get her. Frustrated, guys, sorry. Very angry. Not too happy with our Nemesis. Shouldn't be complaining I'm the one dying, but now I'm 2 and 3, so I'm gonna go ahead and just sit tower. Needed that heal. I needed that gank.
Retreat! Nice job. Careful middle. Careful middle.
Made it out of there alive. That was lucky by me. I'm going to go ahead and go into that and then max my sprint. The creeping should help, especially if I get, I don't know if... Famana's got Mystical Mark built, though.
Okay. Enemy missing middle. Your left tower.
I just need to be careful. That was 3 assists for me instead of 3. I'm just going to sit tower, though. Kronos is a lot stronger than me now. He's just a better player. Better player than I am.
Missing.
I'll just pitch my basics. Sit back.
Be careful left. Enemy missing right. Your left tower. Be careful. Follow my lead.
Got a gank setting up over there. Looks like they're probably going to take him down, maybe. Maybe not.
Sorry. Nice job. Attack left leg.
Yeah, that's true. Famana's right there. He's going to dip.
No. Right. Okay. I'll attack right leg. Enemy missing middle. Be careful.
I mean, be careful.
Careful left. Careful left. Attack right leg. Your team has destroyed us. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Sorry. No problem.
I was going to say he might end up coming into us here, so that's probably a mistake on his part. Okay, if he's going to back here, I'll push this into tower as fast as I can.
Be careful. Yes. Nice job. Be careful left. Yeah, be careful left. Oh, killing spree. For honor. Yours. Be careful left. Okay.
There we go, getting that. Gonna upgrade.
Returning to base. Defend left. Be careful right. On my way. I'll take left leg. Be careful. Your left tower is under attack. That's too bad. Why did you say you would make this a fight over?
And never move. I just killed myself. I'm just gonna sit mid lane, guys. There's no purpose for me to come out of tower anymore. I'm just killing myself every single time. What is the difference between enfeebling? 5 seconds. Attack speed reduced by 30. Yeah, I'll go enfeebling because they don't have really heals. Uller can out damage the poop out of her though, if he hits his basics. Nemesis, yep, should have a free kill there. Good cleanup here. Looking like it. They gotta run. That's too bad.
Retreat! Killing spree! Retreat! Nice job. Be right back. Be right back.
There we go.
I'll attack middle lane.
There we go. With Uller here, we'll shred this thing like no problem. Nice job. Poor display of Zhong Kui, guys, just so you know. Get. Uller should be able to peel these, so I'm going to go ahead and leech the XP from him if I can. There you go. Nice job.
Nice job. You rock.
There we go. Our Vamana starting to become tanky, starting to do his damage. That's always good. Doesn't have a hasten fatalis.
Go, Fury! Gang! Ultimate is down! Follow me! Ultimate is ready! Ultimate is ready! Ultimate is ready! Enemy missing middle! Be careful, right!
Oh. I don't want to fight that.
Enemy missing left!
Just give me a little bit of life steal there.
Attack right lane! Attack!
Nice job. Good cleanup here. I mean, Gold Fury.
Attack the goal, Fury! Towers under attack! Middle lane! Your middle tower has been destroyed. Killing spree! Nice job! Attack the goal, Fury! Okay! On my way!
I'll help them attack that. That'll be worth it, obviously. Again, guys, this is a really poor display of my guy, Zhong Kui. Very poor display of him.
Be right! Nice job! Good game! You're careful, right now! On my way! Be careful, right! Be careful, right! You're something else!
I'll go ahead and back off of here. Obviously, I don't want to fight this.
Be right back! Gank right lane! Enemy missing right!
And I'm going to go ahead and get that. And we'll go ahead and get some wards and a few health pods.
I'll defend left lane! Under attack! Enemy missing!
We each have traded towers with each other, though, so that's a thing. Our team fight is a little better, and our Uller, they have a Frey and an AMC, I just think.
Okay, be careful middle! Yes! On my way! Be careful left! Okay. I'll attack middle lane! On my way! I have you now! Slain an enemy! Okay! Be careful middle! Be careful!
we go. We got a good finished crew here.
Be right back. I'm returning to base.
Go ahead and finish that up there. Got my wards. Grab my health pots again, and we'll fight out. Again, guys, this is a poor display of Zhong Kui. I'm just ending up kill stealing to make it look good. Poor display of Zhong Kui. Just he can outpush a lot of gods early, especially with his heal and his protections from his 1 and his 2 combo. This into this. It's pretty dang strong. And now that I have Rod, though, my ult will do quite a bit of damage. Next, I will go into some type of penetration item. I'll go into some kind of penetration item, and that will allow me to do a lot more damage with my ultimate.
Enemy missing middle.
Here in Athena,
Be careful middle. Okay. Careful middle. Sorry. Come back here. Enemy missing left. Be careful middle. Sorry.
I'm just going to steal this up. Oh, it's not here.
Again. Retreat middle lane. Enemy has been slain. Nice job. Be careful left. On my way. An enemy careful left slain. An ally has been slain. Be careful left. On my way. Be careful left. Attack! Attack! Enemy ultimate down. Attack! Attack! Fire! 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 Be right here. On my way. Help! On fire. On my way. Let's go! Behind guys.
There we go. Picking up Fire Giant here will be crucial. Give us a poly proc right there. Oh, taking damage from this. Need some healing, so I'm gonna go ahead and not attack middle lane. I will get rid of Vamp Shroud so I can get a little more pen. Think I'm gonna go into Voidstone just to resist Chronos a little bit. Now that we have a Fire Giant and I have my Enfeebling and my Sprint back up, I can be really strong. I think it's Enfeebling. Yep. The reason I'm doing this is because of Freya, Chronos, Nemesis, and AMC. My Enfeebling will reduce their attack speed instead of their healing, but they don't have any healing, so that's
Retreat middle lane.
he does a lot of damage, so he needs to run.
Retreat. Be right back. Unstoppable. Attack! You rock. Have you now? Rampage.
Well, that's rude.
My glory.
Up. I was attacking. I didn't even realize the middle tower wasn't down. That was completely my fault. Looking like an idiot. I just used that for a poly proc. There we go.
Rampage. Nice job. Attack the Titan. Shut down. Retreat! Retreat! On fire. Your left top.
There we go. Pushed in like that. That was a little risky, but we got it, so I'm okay with that. I think I could build even more penetration in this situation, is assuming they don't surrender. I think I'm gonna go for that little, I don't know, whatever it's called, this gem. Obsidian Shard. There we go. I couldn't think of the name. I apologize. We still have Fire Giant buff here. I have Rod done now. Wow, Nemesis is crapping on that Kronos. Took out his whole HP bar. Triple, triple.
Good game.
Take the Penta! Take the Penta! Oops, didn't realize there was a thing. Killing, almost getting the Penta there. That Freya was even offering it up to him. That's what made me so sad. A little taunting there at the end. I apologize for that too, guys. But that, ugh! Take the Penta! Tried to give it to you. Didn't turn. There you go, guys. Anyway, that's Zhong Kui for you. His ult is a very good team fight thing. Team fight initiator, whatever you need. So just look at this build. I mean, it's a pretty decent build, but like I said, you don't want to go Creeping Curse. It's probably much wiser to go with something like Beads and then just have Sprint to chase them down. But Creeping Curse is fun because then it slows them and you can speed up, so you can do some major damage. I died a lot early, poor display of being safe and playing safe, but I ended up doing okay. But that's because the team, this carry, the carries are real. The carries are real. So anyway, I did very average. This is a poor Zhong Kui gameplay, but it is a win. What are they saying down here? Oh, they're reporting Freya because, I don't know. Anyway, that is Zhong Kui for you guys there. Not that much damage. Our Nemesis doing 31,550 damage in that game. What was our Nemesis build, just to give you guys a better idea of how to play Nemesis? Boots, Hasten Fatalis, Aussie, Deathbringer. Wow, she got ahead fast. Our Nemesis did a great job. And anyway, guys, that is the rest of our Zhong Kui gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video.